Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the No Easy Way Out podcast. Zach,
Welcome
we are
back.
We are back, baby.
We're back. It feels
How's
good.
it feel?
Good. That's how it feels, yeah.
Today is
It's
Monday,
awesome.
May 7th, and we are back and better than ever. We are excited to bring to you this new series of our podcast here that we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. We are actually going to be interviewing like 30 different business owners from different industries, talking to them about how this shutdown affected them. But today I want to talk about how this shutdown affected us, Zach.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
I'm glad to be out of the house, that's for sure. Yeah.
I got to be honest, it's good to see you. Now, as you can see, these desks are 3 feet each, so we are 6 feet apart. We are practicing social distancing because we are responsible business owners.
Adults.
We're responsible adults, and we care about the safety of each other.
Yep.
And but we are excited to be back here. Oh, yeah, a little product placement there with your mug. We are excited to be back in the office. I tell you, this is it feels good to be back at work.
Feels like we're home.
Not sitting at home, not eating the government cheese, not living in
living
a
in
down
by the river.
We are glad to be back. And so I just want to kind of talk a little bit about what's been going on at AZ over the last couple of weeks and some of the things that we've done to help AZ and help our community throughout the last couple of weeks. So I'll just, I guess we'll just jump right into it. Now, our business, the marketing business, I guess, is the best industry you could put us in, was not on the list of essential businesses. The building that we are in actually closed back on March 23rd, and they allowed those who were fob holders to be able to get in and out. So we actually worked here after that for, about a week after they locked the building down. And, things just kind of started getting crazy. The media was reporting that this thing was getting bad, and of course my employees kind of weren't sure what to think, and some of them felt okay being here, some of them felt uncomfortable. So we decided that we would just, since we had the capabilities, we
packed up, went home.
Packed it up. We worked from home. We had our at-home offices. We all had some cool stations, and we just tried to make the best of it. But we determined right off that we were not going to close. We were not going to shut down. We represent a lot of brands that were able to stay open. A large percentage of our businesses were able to stay open, our clients. And so we wanted to help them. And so the first day we actually before we went home, we got on the marker board and we wrote down all of our clients, and we wrote down what's something creative we can do to help them kind of through this time. And some of them have thrived through this. Some of them have really, really struggled. And over the next couple of weeks, you're going to hear the stories of some of those people that some have done well through this, and some have really been hurt and will continue to be hurt if this thing doesn't turn around quickly. Now, the good thing is we're seeing all the numbers go down rapidly. I mean, what we're reporting here in our county, Shiawassee County, there are less than 30 active cases outside of the nursing homes. I think there are just over 120 active cases in Shiawassee County, which is 69,000 people, but only about 90 of those are in nursing homes. So about 30 people out of 69,000. So that's pretty good odds.
So in the right direction, yeah.
I think the only next step we could hope for is complete eradication, and that probably won't happen. This thing's going to be around for a little bit. So we feel like it's safe to come out. Of course, we're taking all sorts of measures. We got hand sanitizer here.
Yep.
We got some masks. We got all kinds of things. We got the social distancing. Zach and I work 6 feet apart. And not all of our employees are back yet, but we are here.
We're here, yep.
And it's been great to be here today.
Absolutely, the energy's great, yeah.
Yeah, it just feels normal.
We're all excited, yeah.
Yeah, it feels normal. We've had several clients stop in today, and it feels a little bit closer to normal, and we're excited to see that. So that's kind of been our story. Now, we have tried to be extremely active during this time to make sure that not only the AZ Business Solutions stayed at the forefront of people's minds, but we just wanted to be a source of positivity to our community. So, Zach, what are some of the things we've done? Let's have you weigh in, see if you can remember all the things that we've been involved in here to keep ourselves engaged and keep our community up.
Well, the biggest thing was probably the Control the Scroll campaign that you started. You're making graphics for every company. You're putting like some positive quotes on there, and so that spread pretty well,
Yeah, we both had noticed that when you scroll your social media feed that just a lot of negativity. There's just a lot of negativity, and people were, it was all bad news. So we said, well, how can we inject some positive news?
Yep.
And we manage almost 70 social media accounts. So we thought, well, we'll just do it for our clients, and it really took off. So other businesses were asking about it, and we said, well, we'll offer free graphics to any business. And at one point, we had over 300 businesses across 5 states participating.
Yeah.
And it turned into quite a job for us.
Amazing.
Several hours a day creating graphics, but that hashtag now has been used close to 100,000 times.
That's amazing.
Across Facebook
Wow.
and Instagram, and people are using it. And it's cool. We see people creating their own graphics now with that hashtag control the scroll. And so we've been able to just make sure that no matter where you're at in our area, you're going to see something positive come across your scroll.
Yeah.
And we're still doing it. Today we did one for just our clients. It's Star Wars Day. So
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. It sounds like we have a lift, but it's just because today is May the 4th.
Barcelona.
And we're excited because tomorrow is Cinco de
5th.
Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. And we're going to Johnny V's to get some food. Okay, enough with the list. But no, we're excited to be here. And so we did that, but we also commissioned the Owosso Strong video.
Yeah.
So AZ Business Solutions.
Which was on the news.
Yeah.
So it was big time,
It had 40,000 views on Facebook. And it made the ABC 12 News.
The Flint. Yeah.
And Flint News, as well as a couple of local newspapers picked it up. We were on the front page twice during this time. We've picked up all kinds of new clients through this.
So we've been active,
But it wasn't because we just sat at home. We stayed active. Now, some of the employees did have to get laid off and do some stuff on a very part-time basis, but we stayed active and we tried to pivot and be creative and find ways to get ourselves out there. And the Owosso Strong video was commissioned by us, as well as Penford Studio, which is Zach's side company that he has, and then Sovis Productions. And it was just a positive story called Owosso Strong. And then now we're involved in another project called The Faces of Small Business, where we have business owners sending us a 5 to 7 second clip just saying something positive to their customers. This was commissioned by Owosso Main Street, and we're putting these videos together.
Spreading positivity,
So we're just trying to stay positive. And, I'm all about positivity. We're about that here at AZ. But now we're to the point where it's like, okay, positivity is good, but it's time to get back to work, at least for us. And I know some of you are contemplating when that time is for you. But we have recognized that although AZ is doing well today, if this thing goes much longer, it will really, really impact some of our clients. And I've had clients reach out to me that feel like if this thing goes much longer, they might not make it. They might not survive. And I know a lot of you, maybe even some of you watching this, have been put in this conflict of either I choose to support small businesses or I choose life. And that's kind of like the two choices we've been given. If you go outside and try to do anything normal, then you are not for helping people. And if you don't do that, then you are for helping people. And I don't think it's as black and white as that. I think we're all trying to handle this thing the best way we know how. But what we have to understand is that this is having real ramifications on people's lives and their livelihoods. People have businesses that they've built their entire lives that are potentially being taken away from them. And that's also just as serious as the virus, or can be just as serious as the virus. So that's why we want to talk to these people and give them the opportunity just to tell their story. This is not going to be an opinion-based podcast. This is literally going to just be entrepreneurs or business owners that we're going to ask the same 10 questions to. So it has impacted our business. A lot of our clients just haven't paid us in the last 6 to 8 weeks. We haven't had a lot of payments come in, and we've had a lot of people reach out and ask for extensions. And the business tries to stay with some reserves, but those reserves get eaten up very quickly when there's no money coming in. And so this is a real thing. But one of the questions I'm going to be asking people is, how has this affected your employees? And I want to ask Zach, since he's one of my employees. Zach, how has this whole thing affected you?
Well, getting back to work today, I would definitely say it was hard to get back into a routine, kind of.
Yeah.
I got here 9 o'clock, and I was a little tired. And then I kept forgetting stuff.
Multiple trips to the car.
So I go out to my car to grab one thing, and then I realized that I didn't grab that. I grabbed some other stuff, but I didn't grab what I was, going out there for. And then I
how many trips to the car did you take?
Way too many. Yeah, way too many. Then I get back. So I'm back in the office, and I'm trying to see if the lights are gonna work. So I plug in the light. I'm like, it's not gonna work because it didn't turn on. But I didn't realize that it was't plugged into the wall. It was just the light switch was just in my hand.
Plugged the power thing.
Plugged it in. And I'm like, it's not gonna work. All right.
So it's a little tough getting back into the routine.
Yeah. So
well, when we first started doing this, Zach told me a weekend, he's like, "Hey, boss, I don't like working from home. I don't like this at all." Yeah. But then even after,
but at the end of it, you kind of get used to it.
After about 2 weeks, he's like, I could kind of get used to this. But you get into this mode of I get up when I want. I can just kind of stumble in my pajamas to my desk, and although you might be productive, it just kind of makes you feel like you're in this haze, this groggy haze. And people like myself and like Zach, we don't want to be in that. Like, we want to be productive guys. We want to do things, and we're ambitious. And so we are 100% for helping people. We have done our part to be conscientious of how our actions might affect other people. And we are doing that here in our business. So although we are open, we don't have customers coming in a lot. We're not a retail store,
right.
But we do have social distancing measures in place. We are being conscious. Our door is locked, so not the only one that can come in is if they call us in advance. They know they're coming. They have to set an appointment. We're making sure that we're washing hands and doing all the things to make sure that we're being safe, because we do take this serious. This virus is a serious thing. We're not taking it lightly, but it's time to get back to work, and that's what we are doing exactly. Now, another question I'll be asking people is, how is this impacting your family? And I will tell you, it has impacted my family greatly. Now, I've heard a lot of people say it's been great to have the extra time with your kids and your wife, and that has been phenomenal. We have got to do some things that we didn't. But I will tell you, kids were not, I don't think any of us were made for social isolation, but especially kids.
Yeah.
And, right now they would be at school, running out their energy in gym class, playing sports, interacting with their friends, and to have them be at home every day and try to stay in a routine. They've been doing school every day. We've made a rule at our home that our kids have to every day do something that challenges your mind, that challenges your spirit, and that challenges your body. You have to do something. Now, challenging your mind can be doing a puzzle or playing a complex game or reading a book or something like that. Of course, they're doing school, so that kind of covers that one on the school days. And then challenge your spirit is you're going to read either some scripture from the Bible, you're going to read some inspirational quotes, you're going to do something to challenge your spirit, to make you feel good, and then challenge your body, because, boy, it's easy to get and just
to gain the weight, yeah.
Yeah, I've put on
the COVID-19.
I literally have put on the COVID-19. I mean, I stepped on a scale and I put on 19 pounds. So it's not coincidental, I think, or maybe it is. But I've just been snacking a lot and not as active. My gym is closed. But it's had a real impact on my family. I've had some real serious conversations with my kids, and they've said they just miss seeing their friends. They miss, playing sports. And you could say, well, those are first world problems, and maybe that's true. But I think that this thing is going to have an impact. And I think parents, you need to talk to your children. You can't assume that they are able to process this even the way that you are. And if you're scared, your kids are probably even more scared. And if you're trying to be brave, it doesn't mean that your kids can pick up on it. So it has had an impact on my family. So we are now reopened. I guess you couldn't say we're fully reopened because some of our employees aren't back to work yet. But we're doing things. We're in constant communication with our clients, and we are starting the podcast back up, which we're excited, because the one thing we didn't do over this was the podcast, because most of the topics we would discuss were kind of irrelevant during that time. But you'll see a podcast episode drop every day for the next couple of weeks, and these are going to just be quick 10 to 15-minute episodes. I hope that you watch them, and I hope that you'll take advantage of them. So I would just say to anybody out there, if you're a business owner, you got to do what you think is best for you and your business. Have the safety and the conscience of your employees and your customers in mind. Just because you don't feel like it's a risk doesn't mean your customers aren't going to. So take precautionary measures to make sure that you're keeping people safe when they come into your place of business. But if you feel like it's time, then it's your right to go back. Some states are different. They have different areas of lockdown. Some businesses are deemed essential. And I'm not here to judge you on what you think you need to do for your business. I would just say everybody should take those precautionary measures and do what you got to do. But we're excited. We're excited to be back. You're going to see our faces more and more over the next couple of weeks, which I know you're excited about. And Zach, you got anything in closing to say to our listeners, all three of them?
No, just be safe and enjoy our podcast, I guess, yeah.
Be safe. Enjoy the podcast.
Sit back, relax,
Yeah.
subscribe. And enjoy the ride, yeah.
Enjoy the ride. Very good. So I guess we'll just end it with, as my mother always said, you can't and never could until you tried. So go out there and try something great, my friends, and don't take the easy way out. We'll see you next time.